we're gonna introduce ourselves first. You got it?
Mom,
Yeah.
can I tell them our names?
Yeah, come right here and then you can tell them your name. Okay, I'll start us off and then I'll let you say your name, okay? Hold on a second.
Are you shy?
No, I'm ready. You ready? Hi everyone, this is Tony and
Cecily.
we are here to share some yoga with you today. Are you ready, Seth? Alright, so we're going to just start in a seated position. You called this something. What was this?
Crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce. So just cross your legs, one shin in front of the other. Ooh, Cecily's getting ahead of things. No, not yet. We gotta warm up. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna sit nice and tall. Can you really press down through your sitting bones and then draw nice and long through your spine, reaching the crown of the head up nice and high. And then just take a couple nice shoulder rolls, moving back, just kind of taking it in. I mean, starting off, this is when I'm recording this, I'm starting off the week and doing a lot of typing this morning, sitting at my desk, and I am just trying to ease the tension out of my shoulders.
Mama.
And reverse that action. Wow, look at you. You look like a little star.
Mama.
Okay, we can maybe do that a little bit. You know what? I think we should move into one of your favorite poses called banana pose. What do you think? Ready, banana? You're almost there. Okay, so for those of you sitting up, we're gonna just lengthen our legs long, reach our arms forward and slowly roll down. That's the hard way if you wanna activate your core. Plop down if you don't. Little in between is bend the knees and then just plant the feet down. Good, and we'll lay all the way down. And here we're going to we're just laying straight to start.
Mommy, I'm making the yoga poses.
Oh no, honey. Mama's gonna lead and then you help show them, okay? Okay, do you remember banana pose, Cess?
What is it?
Okay, so you're just gonna shift your feet over to the right and then your shoulders over to the right. And basically you're just taking this nice C-shaped curve in your body. So your hips stay the same, stay where they are. They're nice and grounded. And you can keep your arms just on your belly to breathe, feeling the breath move through you by your side or up overhead. That'll intensify through the shoulders a little. So, you know, if you try something and you don't like the way it feels, take yourself out of it and go in the area that feels good to you. Oh, thank you. You might hook your foot, one foot over the opposite ankle, and that can feel really nice. If you are someone who's practicing with a little, it actually feels really good to have them crawl on top of you because it helps kind of weight your hips down so you can really feel that nice long stretch. I mean, again, that may, if you're really tight, that might be too much, and just have them sit next to you. But this one has just climbed on top because that's how we do things here. All right, from there we're going to come back to center and we're going to go right to the other side. So my heels are coming over to the opposite side now, as are my shoulders. And then you can, again, arms by your side, hands on the belly, or reach your arms up overhead. Maybe you cross your foot over your ankle. And so you're crossing the foot, and just in case we're going in different directions here, you're crossing the foot, that's not the direction you're leaning. You're crossing it over the ankle on the foot that you're leaning towards. And just breathe. Nice deep breaths. You're just starting to find a sense of calm and a rhythm with the breath and really start to take notice. We'll just take one more nice big breath here. And then heels come back to center. And can you get back on your mat now?
Mama.
And then shoulders are coming back to center. And then from there, let's just take a nice long stretch. So I'm right next to my wall, so I'm not going to reach as far, but I recommend and really see the hands and pressing the palms back and then pressing the toes forward, getting nice and long in the body. Good, and then same thing, like you can just kind of make your way up by leaning over to the side. If you want, reach your arms up and then start to activate through your core, peeling your spine all the way up. So that's if you want a little bit of a challenge in the core. Good. Hi, Sess. And And then from there, we're gonna come into a nice seated forward fold. So flex your feet. Can you reach your legs on? Can you flex them? So your toes come towards your shins. And then we're gonna lengthen up. Can you reach your arms up high? Reach them up high. Reach them up, and then let's fold. So you can start off coming with a flat back forward, and then eventually maybe rounding over your spine. You wanna fold with me, sweetie? Honey, do you not wanna do yoga right now?
I want to.
Okay, then oh, I love the hugs, but we're doing yoga right now, okay? So I'll take a hug and then let's move on. One big hug, you've got it. Okay. All right, you can do yours on your mat or you can sit on my legs, up to you. Then we're gonna reach toward the toes, and it's not about touching the toes here, it's about finding the stretch in the back of the body. So feeling your hamstrings. My oldest daughter just came by and gave a thumbs up. Oh, where are you going?
I want to.
So one more breath here in the fold, and then slowly roll back up, and then take your feet into butterfly pose. So you're just taking the soles of the feet together, knees are apart, and if you're feeling like you're gripping a ton here, where your knees are coming up really high, you may benefit from taking something. I usually, in the studio, I would take yoga blocks, but maybe you take a couple pillows or towels or blankets and place them underneath your legs so that you can try to soften into it a little bit more. I have a little more flexibility from doing yoga a lot, and also I've got a natural bend toward flexibility, so I'm able to take my knees wide. But just keep that in mind if you're gripping against it, to offer your body something for support to help you ease into it. You'll find more depth that way. It may not look as deep because you're propped up, but it will be deeper because you're softening into it. So one more breath here. And then let's come back into our simple cross-legged position. So whatever you just did in terms of crossing your legs is my guess what you started with. So swap out opposite shin in front. If you automatically shifted that, keep that shift. So we're just trying to balance out so that we're not always using the same foot in front. Then we're gonna lengthen nice and tall. Then we're just gonna bend over, and I'm gonna actually mirror you. So you're gonna go toward your right, and you're gonna take your right hand down and left arm up nice and high. And that feels so good in the side body. So I'm just rooting down through my left sit bone and just letting the weight of my hand kind of move me into this. And this bottom arm, I can stay pretty upright, or I can bend the elbow and kind of lean into it. Hey, you're back. Can you close the door, please? Oh, fun. Don't move back. Come here. Okay, I'm gonna ask you again, do you wanna do yoga right now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, then come on, let's go into this pose. Okay, so come back to center. So Sess, can you show them how to do this? You're gonna cross your legs, crisscross applesauce style. And then we're gonna take our opposite arm over. We're gonna reach up. You could just sit there too. No tickling. Okay, fine, I'm gonna tickle you back just to get even, huh? Okay, suppose I started that earlier. All right, darling. Okay, a couple more breaths. You can stay leaning. I'm just gonna manage this little child. Can you please sit up in my lap, maybe? Oh. And then rise back to center here. Nice deep breath in and out. Good, couple more times. Thank you, that's good to hear. Especially on camera. One more breath in and out. Awesome. All right, can you come off my lap for a second? I'm gonna show everybody another pose. We are just gonna cross our ankles and we're gonna come into tabletop. You know tabletop. Show us how to do it. Yeah, so shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Good, now all I'm gonna do from here is just kind of gaze over toward my left hip. And again, I'm mirroring you, so can you go in front? Okay, and then go to the other side. We're just kind of finding some length in the side body. It can feel really good here. And then if you want, you can do a couple cat-cows, rounding the spine,
finding flexion and then coming into extension, gazing forward. Nice tight through the belly still, even though you're letting it drop and soften toward the ground. Mwah. One more breath. Connect that breath to movement.
Mama, drop down.
Drop down. Oh my goodness. I'm going to in a second, actually. Can you come over here and then I'll let you get back under me? Just for a sec so I can set this up, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Now from here, there she goes again. Right leg comes back.
Good.
And then we're going to come into half pigeon. So we're going to take your right knee over to your right wrist and then draw the heel over to the side. So I'm kind of in a position where my heel is more toward my groin. Sweetie, I need you to either join or not join. Okay? Join or not join. All right, from here, my heel is close to my groin, which makes it less challenging, less tight. If I wanted to make this a little more intense, I would take my foot out more and I would come more shin parallel to the top of my mat. I'm gonna activate my toes. And then from there, I might fold or I might stay lifted. Yes, us? Okay, that's a good modification right there. This is a figure 4, supine, so you're on your back. And you just bend one knee and then cross the opposite ankle on top. And again, those with you with littles, I like depth in this. It's not easy for me, it's intense, but it feels good to me to stretch out here. So I'm okay with her being on top of me, but if you are at all, like if this isn't something that seems like it would be good to go deeper in, make sure that you communicate to your littles not to climb on you during this. However, if you want depth, this feels amazing, and I'm kind of happy she's here for this. You goof. Good, so the trick here is, again, focus on your breath. A lot of times, we're pretty tight here, I'm tight here, and it's easy for me to want to come out of it quickly, and it's also easy for my mind to wander. And as a way to kind of distract myself. So instead, I am gonna focus on my breath. And sometimes when I focus on my breath, I'll actually count it. And I'll count up to 10 counts. Breathing in 1, breathing out 2, up to 10, and then starting over. And that just helps focus the mind so that even in intensity, you lean into it, you can be present with it. Actually, sweetie, scoot your butt back. Thank you. Again, if you have littles with you and they're climbing on you, it's nicer to have the weight, them sit more on your hips. That will feel better on your body than to have them move up your spine. So you might have them adjust. Good, one more breath. All right, Sess, I'm gonna come out and then we can switch to the other side, okay? Can you get off for a second? So I'm gonna come to my palms because I did drop down. And then all I'm gonna do is tuck my back toes so I can just kind of pull my knee in and then extend that leg that was bent. Just kind of give it a couple kicks, get the blood flowing here. And then I'll plant that foot down. All right, I'm gonna need you to move so I can do this pose on the other side. Can you move?
I'll do this.
No, you're gonna end up getting kneed in the head. Better watch out, here I go. Opposite leg reaches back, and then you're gonna draw it forward, left knee, left wrist. Ooh, you got out just in time. And then you adjust your front leg with the intensity you want. Again, less intense, heel toward the groin. More intense, foot more parallel. If you flex your foot, you're helping to activate the muscles around the knee to protect your knee. The back leg, sometimes that foot wants to kind of sickle in or out. Try to let it kind of come more balanced, more straight on. And then either you're staying upright or maybe you fold down. So I come to my forearms, sometimes I'll come all the way down to my chest. Just depends. What I try to do is balance out. So if I know that I have an imbalance in my body, and we all do, where one hip is tighter than the other, I might hold the side that's tighter longer. So when you are practicing at home, you can adjust this. You can hit pause and decide that you're going to stay there longer. Hey, can you come, you're gonna sit on my hips. Oh, back farther, back farther. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. Oh, whoa. It's like a slide there, right there. Okay, now you can lay on me if you want. So, again, like, sometimes when people do this pose, they kind of lean one way or the other, and they think that it's deeper if you lean. So, okay. So with the front leg that's bent, sometimes people will lean towards it, and when you lean towards it, hey, let her go, it's okay, she can go.
Okay, but you can't come in.
Let her go, it's fine.
She can't.
Thanks, Josie. Different children. The other one is actually mopping the floor right now, which is amazing. Can't believe that's happening right now. So anyway, if a lot of people have a tendency to kind of lean toward one side, and you really want to come more straight out and be a little bit more balanced. Thank you. Okay. So here, we're going to just take a couple more breaths. And now I want to stay in this longer. Oh, there we go. Just a couple more breaths. And in those last few breaths on this side, see if you can just allow yourself to soften. I know sometimes that sounds like counterintuitive, like how am I going to do that? I'm kind of gripping. Do your best to soften. Each exhale, just let any tightness go. Good, one more nice big breath. All right, Seth, can you come off me now? Thank you. All right, now I'm going to rise back up to my palms. And I'm going to step back and just kind of straighten this leg, straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Good, and then I'm coming into tabletop. Okay. Sure, why not? Now from here, I'm going to go into child's pose. And so all I'm going to do is shift my weight so that I can take my knees wide because I got a child on top of me. It's a little bit tricky. Big toes to touch, and then sit your butt back. Reach your arms forward. Yeah. And fold down so your forehead comes down. Now, can you sit upright? And can you sit more towards my butt, please? Right there where your hand was. There you go. Yep, right there. So, again, here's another, this is fun for me because it's like an adjustment, although we do have a distracted child here. I did say butt. That's part of your body, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So, if you have, like if I was doing an adjustment on somebody in a yoga class, I would actually put a little bit of pressure on their hips to kind of ground them down. So it feels good to have a little sit there as long as they're sitting back. I don't really want them on my thoracic spine. I want them more on the lumbar. Yes? Oh, you're doing it. Good job. Oh, we've got puppy dog pose. That's a good idea. So it's hard to tell from straight on, and we had to do that for our mats today, but Cecily's doing puppy dog pose. Let's come back out, and let's all go into that. So I'm going to turn so you can see me. This one, sweetheart, I actually don't want you climbing on me for. Can you come do it with me? Can you show me how you just did? I see that. Can you come off and show me how you just did puppy dog? Can you
What puppy?
like the pose you just did, can you show everybody? Can you just show everyone? No, go facing this way with your knees on my mat. There you go. Now drop your chest. Okay. And then, so what she's, I mean, it's like easy for her. So my hips are going to stack over my knees, and I'm going to just kind of melt my heart down. And my chin is going to come towards the mat. Mine's not touching, actually.
Hi, Mama.
I'm opening up my shoulders here, hi, sweetheart, which is a really good pose for you if you're at a desk all day, which I am. Can you not tickle me on this one? I don't want you to bump me too bad. Good, so we're going to take one more breath here. And then I'm going to come back up. Oh, that was good. Okay. Come on up. Oh, thank you for the huggy. You're so sweet. Okay. Shall we do a twist? Let's do a twist. Okay, come to seated, please. Can you sit on your bottom? Okay. Do you know what a twist is?
No.
You do too. All right, we're gonna start with a seated twist, and then we'll make our way down to a supine twist, where we're on our backs. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I think she is. You can have your legs crossed like we started off with, or you can extend. Do you want to come in and help us, Joss?
Oh, I got this. I'm trying to do something.
Okay, sweetie. She's my affirmation girl. She keeps coming by, and I've got
Mama.
I can see through this door, and she keeps giving me thumbs up. What a sweetheart. Hey.
Why are you talking about me?
I'm doing a class.
Hello.
Say hi. All right, thanks, Joes. We're gonna keep going. All right, so from here, we're going to do a little twist. So my guess is some of you right now are experiencing this situation. If you've got littles at home and they're wanting to do yoga with you, which is so sweet, and yet this is what it ends up becoming. And that's okay, it's good for them to find movement, and whatever you've got going on, just keep going, you know, do what you can. So I'm just gonna hold on to her legs here, and I'm gonna actually take my other arm behind me, use that to kind of lengthen up my spine, and then rotate my shoulders over to the side.
Mommy.
All right, she's fine, sweetie. So, and actually with Cecily's legs here, it's helping my core to really have to be a lot stronger through that. Sometimes we just kind of pull our bodies into twists, and actually that even just showing you that doesn't feel good to me. And you need to really think about activating the core and lengthening up. All right. So I'm gonna go to the other side while I've got her here, and then I'm gonna take my hand behind me, and I'm gonna pull over. So what I'm doing right now is using her body to help me activate my core to help stabilize, and then finding length. So otherwise you're taking your hand to your opposite knee and finding a normal twist. You don't typically see these kinds of combinations, but just kind of moving with it, and you know your body best, so doing what feels good to you, and stopping anything that doesn't feel good, even if it's something that is a typical yoga pose. All right, so let's watch so you don't kick me. Then we're gonna come back to center here, and then we're gonna lay on our backs. Can you help me lay on my back? I'm gonna want your help with this one. Will you help me with this one? So I'm gonna mirror you on this. You're gonna draw your right knee into your chest, and take it a little bit more over toward the right side of your body. And then when you're ready, you're gonna cross it, take it across your body. And then that's perfect, Cecily, perfect. So what I love in this pose is when someone does an assist, they press down on the opposite shoulder from the leg or from the side you're twisting towards. And you want to do that because you want to ground down on that shoulder. So the tendency here sometimes is people to kind of twist all the way over, and then their shoulder lifts up, but they're really not getting as deep of a twist, even though it looks deeper. But this leg, I don't care if it's touching the ground or not. I am going to come from a grounded space so that I can really get into that twist in my spine. One more breath here. Oh, tickly. And then we'll come back to center, and I'm gonna reset my low back by drawing in my knees. Can you come to my other side now and do that? Can you come over to this side? The trick with using a child for assists is to try to coax them to even you out. So on this side, left knee draws in and over to the side, and then you're gonna cross over. Oh, we're gonna cooperate, cool. So you're gonna root down through your shoulder on the extended arm. I do have my right hand on my left leg right here as a weight. I'm not really pulling down, but I've got it there as just a little bit of heavy weight because I like to lean into that a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Cess. One more nice big breath here, breathing into that twist in the spine, and then coming back to center. And then again resetting by drawing the knees in tight to the chest. Good. Now, any final poses that you want to do here, feel free to take them. I'm going to come into Shavasana, and we'll see how long I can last in that with my reality right now. But maybe I'll get a little bit in. But I hope that you take a couple minutes to spend some time in Shavasana and just kind of really just find a sense of peace and centeredness. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. Do you want to say goodbye, Sis?
Bye!
Goodbye. All right, take care, everybody. Be well. Namaste.